The universe, as vast and mysterious as it is, may not have a definitive end. Instead, some cosmologists propose a mind-bending theory that the cosmos could be recycled in a process known as the Big Bounce. This idea challenges everything we thought we knew about the universe's fate, suggesting that what we experience now, a universe expanding into the unknown, could just be a single phase in an eternal cycle of destruction and rebirth. But how could this happen? And what would it look like if the universe were to collapse only to emerge anew? The concept of the Big Bounce. To understand the Big Bounce, it's essential to first grasp the idea of the Big Bang, which marks the beginning of the universe as we know it. Approximately 13.8 billion years ago, all the matter and energy in the universe were compressed into an incredibly dense and hot state. Then, in an instant, the universe exploded outward, expanding rapidly, a process that continues to this day. But what if this expansion is not endless? The Big Bounce suggests that rather than stretching forever into a cold, dark void, the universe could eventually reach a tipping point. Instead of endlessly expanding, it might start to contract. Picture a balloon that's been blown up too much. It might stop growing and start shrinking, collapsing in on itself. This phase of contraction could eventually lead to the entire universe being crushed down to a singular point once again, similar to how it all began. Then, like a cosmic phoenix, the universe would bounce back, triggering another Big Bang and beginning the cycle anew. Could the universe collapse? The idea that the universe could stop expanding and start collapsing isn't new. Scientists have long debated whether there's enough matter in the universe, be it stars, galaxies, or the mysterious dark matter, to slow down the expansion driven by dark energy. If there is enough, gravity could one day overpower the expansion, pulling everything back together in what's sometimes called the Big Crunch. But the universe we see today seems dominated by dark energy, a mysterious force that causes galaxies to speed away from each other at an accelerating rate. If dark energy continues to dominate, the universe will keep expanding until it fades into a cold, empty expanse, a scenario known as the heat death of the universe. However, if the influence of dark energy weakens over time, gravity might still win, causing the universe to reverse its expansion. This reversal could lead to the Big Bounce. What would a Big Bounce look like? If the Big Bounce is real, the contraction phase would be unimaginably violent and chaotic. Galaxies would collide and merge as space itself shrinks. Stars and planets would be torn apart by overwhelming gravitational forces. The cosmic structure we know would be ripped to shreds, eventually leading to a point where all matter is crushed into an incredibly dense, hot singularity, much like the state of the universe at the moment of the Big Bang. This singularity wouldn't be stable for long. Just as the pressure in a compressed spring can cause it to snap back to its original shape, the universe could rebound from this state, initiating another Big Bang. The entire process could repeat itself endlessly: birth, expansion, collapse, and rebirth. What happens to time? One of the strangest implications of the Big Bounce is its effect on time. If the universe cycles through phases of expansion and contraction, does that mean time itself is also cyclical? Could we be living through one version of many universes, with time resetting itself after each collapse? These are difficult questions to answer, but some theorists suggest that time, as we perceive it, could be reset with each bounce. In this case, there may have been countless universes before ours, each following a similar pattern of existence and countless more to come. Alternatively, time could be linear, meaning that each new universe is fundamentally different from the last. In this case, our universe would be just one chapter in an infinite story. Each time the universe bounces, it might bring with it new laws of physics, different constants, or entirely new structures. The universe that follows ours could be vastly different from anything we can imagine. Could we ever know? While the Big Bounce theory is fascinating, there's still no definitive proof that the universe will stop expanding and reverse into a collapse. Our observations suggest that the universe's expansion is accelerating, driven by the mysterious dark energy. This makes the possibility of a future collapse less certain, but not impossible. It's also unclear whether we would ever be able to detect evidence of past bounces, assuming they occurred. Any trace of a previous universe might be obliterated in the collapse, leaving no sign that it ever existed. However, some scientists speculate that certain patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, could offer hints of previous cycles. If these patterns exist, they might suggest that the universe has already bounced multiple times in the past. The philosophical implications. If the Big Bounce theory is true, it raises profound questions about the nature of existence. Does the universe have a purpose, or is it caught in an eternal cycle of birth, destruction, and rebirth? Are we destined to live in a universe that will one day collapse, only to be replaced by another, perhaps with entirely different laws and conditions? And what would that mean for us? Tiny specks in the grand cosmic cycle. In a universe that continually recycles itself, notions of beginning and end become meaningless. There may have been no first universe, just as there may never be a final one. Life, matter, and energy could be part of a never-ending loop, with each universe living and dying in turn, only to be born again in a new form. It's an unsettling yet strangely comforting thought. Even as everything we know will one day be destroyed, something new will rise from the ashes. The Big Bounce offers a tantalizing glimpse into a universe that is far more complex and cyclical than we might have imagined. While it remains a theoretical possibility, it challenges our understanding of time, space, and existence itself. If the universe is destined to collapse and be reborn, we are part of an infinite cycle that stretches far beyond the boundaries of our comprehension. Whether or not the universe will one day bounce, it forces us to confront the idea that the cosmos is far more intricate and mysterious than we could ever hope to fully understand.